Welcome to Kevin Deal Photography, where I take you on my journey through photography. On today's episode, we're going to take the Holga challenge. Welcome to today's episode. If you're not familiar with Kevin Deal Photography, we do gear reviews, tips, techniques, and tutorials, and sometimes we dive into film. If any of that sounds appealing to you, click the subscribe button below. So they say it's the carpenter, not the tools. And whoever said that was likely talking about the Holga 120N, because a great tool it is not. It's made of plastic, it's a toy camera, you can't see what you're focusing on, and even the optics are made of plastic. So we're gonna do the Holga challenge today. And what is the Holga challenge? Well, the Holga challenge is a challenge for us to look inward and see if we as photographers can pull out great pictures without relying on really fancy equipment. And so on today's episode, we're going to be doing a cross between two YouTube channels, my channel, Kevin Deal Photography, and Brandon Gorrie's channel. We're going to both buy Holga 120Ns and go take them out for the first time and try to get great shots out of them. Now, we are gonna have a little bit of help. We're gonna have Tatum Forbes, who's an incredibly talented model, and you've seen on this channel before. She's enlisted to help us today, and if the shots are bad, they'll be our fault because she's an incredibly talented model. So we're gonna do two film stocks today. We're gonna do a color film stock, Portra 160 VC, and then we're gonna start off today's episode using Ilford HP5. So without further ado, let's start off with some black and white. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to change the film in this thing. Have it set to 12 exposures, so I'm gonna be shooting in a square. Wow, that looks interesting. Okay, that's in bulb mode. So 1/100th of a second. All right, let's see what we can get. If you're used to using springs on a medium format camera, you've come to the wrong place because it looks like it just kind of goes in. So you're supposed to put like tape over this to keep light leaks from happening. So not sure. So if you're used to using nicer medium format cameras that run like machines, this is definitely not that. It's a bit of a challenge to get the spool going and get the film going, but just be patient and it'll all work itself out. No, I lost it.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Attempts number, I don't know what number I'm on.
So right away we got off on the wrong foot with the camera. I found that winding is a bit challenging. You really don't know where you are at first. There's no manual. So you just keep winding and winding and winding, and eventually you'll see a number.
And now, I go until I see the number 1 on here, I think. So there's a line right there. I think I'm close. There we go. So we're gonna roll with this. Let's go this way. Let's go into this junky area right here. So I'm gonna start off attempting a portrait.
One thing that's extremely difficult about shooting through this camera already is that you cannot see focus through the viewfinder. You have to rely on icons when shooting with this camera.
You can't even tell if you're focusing, which is really weird. All right, so my shutter is right here, and 1, 2. All right, moving on. I don't see number 2. Oh, there's number 2. It is upside down. Okay. It's upside down. Yeah, that's...
What do you mean it's upside down?
The film's upside down. Yeah, so like when I saw the 1, it looked like an L. I was like, is this on 1?
Loser.
Yeah, exactly.
So about those focusing icons, when you look at this focusing, it's kind of ridiculous, but one person is supposed to be 3 feet away. 2 people is supposed to be 6 feet away. Where you see the 7 people, that's a group shot, that's about 18 feet away. And then I believe when you see this mountain, that is landscape, and I believe anything beyond about 30 feet is where you have to be. But based off of all these blurry shots, apparently that's just a suggestion, not a fact.
1, 2, awesome.
Moving on to the next one. I'm on 3 now. Ooh, yep. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn this thing up vertically. Oh wait, it's square.
It's 6 by 6, yeah.
It's a square. I'm not gonna turn it vertically. I'm just 1, 2, awesome. Moving on to 4. Got it. Moving on. You get on the other side?
Oh.
Yeah, you're in jail. This is Tatum. This is jail Tatum. I'm gonna try portrait mode. I don't even know what the minimum focusing distance is on this. I'm just gonna scoot over this way a little bit. I don't want to see that ladder, so let me get it more like that. That looks cool. I'm on 5. Let's do this. Here we go. 1, 2. Awesome. I'm gonna do a backlit shot real quick. I want to see how terrible the optics are on this.
This light is gorgeous.
Yes, I'm gonna rim light you on this. It's gonna be great.
So, paired with the right optics, backlit shots like this are absolutely stunning. However, we're not pairing it with great optics, as you can see right here.
Awesome.
It was anything but.
Moving on, shot 7. I'm gonna take advantage of this beautiful color rainbow and take a shot of you in black and white. It's gonna be great.
I'm panning to the rainbow now, but your footage is in black and white.
Yes, yes. Not only is the footage on this in black and white, but the film stock is black and white. And now I'm gonna get a shot of her.
You can really see the pan-chromatic essence of the road here.
Let me get a little bit more. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Perfect. Now don't get hit by a car. I'm starting to feel the ebb and flow of using this camera. Gosh, this looks terrible. Not you, the camera. Here we go. 1, 2. Perfect. Beautiful. And hold on. I don't think I advanced it. Or I'm gonna take it. I don't think I did advance it. Let me advance it. Or was that 9? I think I just wasted a shot. I did just waste a shot. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Awesome. I did just waste a shot because this thing's upside down. So
Did you see the 6?
I saw the 6, but I was on the 9. I was like, I'm on the 6 again, but I actually took a 6, 7, and an 8. So I'm gonna have 11 frames. So what I want you to do.
So yes, unlike the safety of our nice medium format cameras we're used to, where it stops on the next shot, if you forget to wind the film, you're gonna have a double exposure, which may be great if it's intentional, but that wasn't what I wanted to do here. I was really excited for this shot, but I didn't wind my film, so.
2 shots left. Oh, there's a hole there. Okay, there we go. That looks cool. I'm gonna shoot mountain now. I'm feeling the mountain. Here we go. 1, 2. Awesome. And we got 1 shot left. 2. Got it. Okay. That roll is done. I feel like I'm gonna do better on this roll.
You do?
Yeah, I do, because I feel like I kind of get it. There we go. Boom. Okay, let me put the back on. We're gonna continue to do 12 here.
Winding the film went more smoothly the second time around, that's for sure.
Snap that in and hope for the best.
And hope for the best we did. Unfortunately, the best did not deliver. Our 2003 expired Portra VC160 was way too dark for this film stock in these situations. I kind of thought I did the math in my head, but hindsight's always 20/20. And yeah, when you look at these results, these are for the most part unusable. So,
I decided to go out and try again because I wanted to get better at using the camera. So I did some sessions with a few models I know in both color and in black and white to see what I could get out of this camera. And here's the results of those sessions. This time I came more prepared with gaffer's tape to cover the cracks, because if you see my first 2 rolls, there were bad light leaks in pretty much every shot. At this time it was a little bit more random as to when I got light leaks, but I got less of them and I felt like I got more usable shots. I also decided to try out the 6x4.5 format of the camera, which gives you 16 shots instead of 12 on the 6x6.
So this is a quirky ass camera. Just some things like right out of the box. You can't really see it very well, but you can see right there's a paint chip going on, which is kind of weird considering that nobody else has owned it. It's also kind of stuck. There we go. I had it in my bag, just wedged against things, and all of a sudden it stopped turning, so that's kind of interesting. As you can see, I have it all taped up now, and the reason why is because it just lets in so much light. Some of the shots are just unusable, so I want to be able to control the light a little bit. So you can see that there is a B and an N, and one is bulb, and one is normal. Normal is theoretically 1/100th of a second. You also have a sunny and a cloudy mode toggle, which supposedly switches you between F8 and F11. I don't really know why one would want to use bulb mode unless they just want blurry shots, which this will deliver on, because it definitely doesn't deliver on super sharp shots. Another thing to keep in mind is that when you look through the viewfinder, you can't actually see yourself focusing. You also can't see if you leave your lens cap on, like you can with your normal camera, your DSLRs, your mirrorless cameras, and a lot of film cameras. When you have a lens cap on the lens, you can see that. You can't do that on this. So I recommend just maybe throwing this away or just never putting it on your camera, because otherwise you're probably going to forget to take it off. When you look on the back, there is this a switch between 12 and 16 that switches it between 6x4.5 and 6x6. I like to shoot 6x6 squares. I get less shots that way, but I get larger shots that way. But that's what that is on the back. So what are my thoughts on the Holga 120N? Can you take great shots on it? You technically can take great shots on it, however, you don't have as much control over the outcome. No matter how many steps I took to prevent light leaks, they somehow always found a way onto the emulsion, and so I don't really have a lot of control over that. So if it's a situation where the camera's quirks are going to impose their will on the final outcome of the shot, then this is a cool, quirky camera for that. It'll give you some really beautiful artistic renderings of your shots. But if you're the type of person who demands something be super sharp, be super controlled, and you're a control freak, you are going to hate this camera. Also, I found the inconsistencies of the distances. They say that one person is 3 feet, 2 people is supposed to be 6 feet, this 7-person group shot is supposed to be like 18 feet, and then of course the mountain is a landscape far away shot. I found in practice there really wasn't a lot of consistency to that. I'm still learning my focus distances on this. One thing that I will tell you about this camera is that it needs a lot of light. It more or less sucks on a cloudy day. I do recommend you shoot it in the cloudy mode, F8, when it's a sunny day, because I found that it just always underexposed shots. They looked muddy. The colors didn't really render very well. I found that it was much more tolerable with black and white. And I could get the black and white shots to look close closer to what I envision my final shot actually looking like. So I probably will only shoot black and white on this moving forward. I tend to demand too much perfection out of my color. Sometimes color shifts are cool, so I may have some one-off projects where I like to shoot color on this, but I'm probably just gonna mainly shoot black and white on this moving forward. As far as film speeds, I recommend you use at least a 400 speed film with this, if not an 800 speed film. And then of course, 800 speed film costs more. Something like Portra 800 is astronomically expensive right now. I did get some pictures I was proud of, but I found that the hit rate on it was pretty bad. And for a $30, $40 medium format camera, that's exactly what I expected. I expected it to give me some really bad shots, which it did. I expected it to give me some really interesting shots, which it did. And then about 1 out of every 10 shots I took with it looked really nice. So the hit rate on it is super low, but that's kind of the charm of this camera. Some people's misses are other people's hits, so keep that in mind. If you like weird, quirky things where you don't have control over the outcome, this is the camera for you. So that's today's episode. I hope you like what you saw. And if you did, tell me about it in the comments below. How are you liking your Holga? Tell me about it in the comments below. Do not forget to follow Brandon Gorrie's channel. Check out the link down below to his channel. And then also special thanks to Tatum Forbes. Follow their Instagrams in the link in the description below. And if you like this channel, if you found this to be educational, please click the subscribe button below, I humbly ask you. And until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.